Welcome back to DaBoot Tragedies. This is the recap of day 6 of training camp, which was a pretty good day. The weather had the guys go inside. And we're going to just start off with kind of some injury updates for the team. Starting with Michael Thomas. He is back. He is healthy. He was back out there running routes. Still hasn't done anything, team-oriented, like 11 on 11s, 7 on 7s. But I think he'll start to get ramped up as the season approaches. Also, Pete Warner, he obviously returned to practice. He did say in his interviews afterwards that he was dealing with a groin injury. He just said it was bothering him, I guess throughout the all season. He didn't want to go into details on how it happened, but he said he's feeling better now. He trusts the plan that the trainers and the coaching staff have in place for him. He's definitely won't be playing that first preseason game. He'll probably be a week 1 guy, basically hoping he's ready to go for week 1. That's probably the best case scenario for him, just because that's a nagging injury, man. You don't want that thing to linger. You don't want to re-pull it or retweak it or anything like that. So I definitely think they'll take it very, very slow with him. Marcus Davenport, we still haven't seen him out there practicing. I don't really care. I know when Davenport's on the field, he's going to be a beast. So get this man healthy, get him in shape, get his body in the best condition it can be for him to attempt to play 17 games this year. That's all we really need from him. And some unfortunate news, man. I know we all saw the news. Smoke Monday with a significant knee injury. He's he's more than likely going to, miss the entire season. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but all signs are pointing to it probably being an ACL or something like that. And that's very unfortunate, man. He was a fan favorite, undrafted guy, and it just sucks. And from the Saints' point of view, it really doesn't hurt us on defense much because he was going to have a tough time making this roster anyway, just because we're so deep at the defensive back position. It just sucks for him and his development, man, because he could have probably stuck around, been on practice squad. So I'm hoping he comes back healthy. Also, last but not least, Kawan Baker. He's been suspended 6 games for substance abuse policy. They didn't say what it was. I'm sure he probably took a supplement that was banned or something. I'll say by accident. I'll give the kid the benefit of the doubt, but that's definitely going to suck for him because that basically ends his dreams of making this team. It was already going to be an uphill battle with the receiving core we had, but I mean this helps nothing at all. So that's unfortunate for him. Next up, man, famous Jameis Winston. His best day, of practice so far this year after coming off that ACL injury, and this should be no shock to anyone. Obviously, he's going to get more confident. Trust that knee more and more every day. He's coming off a significant knee injury. I'm gonna say it was his first of his career, so it's gonna take him time to get more confident in that knee, in his abilities, and once that comes back, he'll be fine. But we saw some things that we haven't seen from him, obviously this summer because he wasn't cleared to do a lot of things, and even in the first 5 days of practice. But he was stepping into his strolls. I can see the ball flying down the field with more velocity. Also, he was rolling out today. I haven't seen him roll out since he's been injured. So that's another step in the right direction, man. He's on track to play week 1. Hopefully he's, gets healthy enough where he can take that knee brace off. But as of now, they're taking it slow, but he's looking better and better each day, and that's all you can ask for. He did have a deep ball to Deontay Hardy, which was absolutely beautiful today, man. We need to see more of that from both of them, honestly. But like I said, it's only 6 days of practice. More and more will come. And we kind of switch gears and talk about the offense and whole. We can start with Andy Dalton, man, with Jameis Winston coming back from this injury. If somehow he's not able to go to week 1, if he's questionable week 1, if it's up in the air, my opinion, I would just bench him, honestly. I think we have enough to beat the Falcons with no quarterbacks. Obviously, I know we have enough to beat the Falcons with no quarterback, but Andy Dalton could get the job done, but that's so far down the road. We're not on that. We're just hoping Jameis is healthy enough for week 1. But Dalton has looked good, man. He's going to be one of the best backups in the NFL. Offensive line also looks good. Ramczyk, Jesus, man. I know we all saw that video of him just pancaking Peyton Turner. He's the best in the business, in my opinion, man. He's the best right tackle in the NFL. He's really, really good. Cesar Ruiz, man, I saw a couple videos where he was looking kind of okay. I'm not going to say he's going to be a Pro Bowl or anything like that, or he's worked that first-round pick, but he was looking okay. Kentavious Street in his post-game interview, not post-game, look at me, his post-practice interview, he said Cesar Ruiz, was one of the guys that gave him some issues just because he's kind of athletic and he's good with his hands, and you can credit Jari Evans with that because he's been teaching him and preaching that hand. You have to strike with your hands and stuff like that. So hopefully Cesar Ruiz improves, keeps improving. Baby steps with him. Baby steps, baby step. He just has to get better than what he was last year, and that's all I can ask for. Also, Trevor Penning, who did, get taken advantage of. I'll say it that way. In his first padded practice, he lost a lot of reps, but he came back today. He had a good practice, his best practice of the training camp so far. It's only been 6 days, like I keep saying. So you expect your rookies to get better each and every day. And today, he looked good, had some nice blocks, gotten another little skirmish, not really, but some extracurriculars after play. Actually, 12 twice, this practice. But hey, I would rather that than him to be soft, mild mannered, not getting the job done. He got that dog in him. That's all we can say, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. Good thing James Hurst is there, so we won't have to really rush him out there to play if he's not ready, because that just won't be good. That'll also not be, good for his confidence. But he wants to play. He already said he wants to just be a part of the best five, wherever that is, and we'll see what happens with him. But he did have a solid practice today. We'll finish up with the defense. Demario Davis did say some crazy things in his press conference. I won't really call him crazy. They were asking him, can this be one of the best defenses in the NFL? He said no. I think we can be one of the best defenses of all time. And hey, I'm on the same boat, man. We still have not had our full 11 guys out there, and we're giving our offense all types of problems. The cornerbacks are playing well, linebackers are playing well, defensive line's playing well. So on all three phases of the defense, we're playing well. We're going to be good at the starting position. We have some depth issues at some positions, which I'll cover a little later. But the defense is playing well. Adebo, he's been the leader out there for, the first 6 days. Not the leader, but he's been the best player, I should say. He's been the MVP of camp. He's been locked down. And man, if Adebo can become a lockdown corner, that's going to help our defense in so many different ways. Just for one, if Marshawn Lattimore doesn't have to follow the best receiver, just think if Adebo just comes, somewhat close to Marshawn Lattimore, and then they both just can stay on their side of the field. Because honestly, when Marshawn Lattimore travels, then defense is nowhere in man-to-man, because obviously he's going to be traveling the best guy. We're going to be in man coverage. That's why the Rams don't do that with Jalen Ramsey, because it kind of tips their hand on defense. If, Adebo can stay on one side, Lattimore can stay on one side, Gardner Johnson in the corner, and we just go out whatever receiver comes to us, that's going to make the defense so unpredictable, and it's going to just be so hard for offenses to figure us out. So if Adebo can just reach, somewhat of a Pro Bowl level, hey, I know that's a lot to ask from a second-year, third-round pick, but it will help the defense out tremendously. He's progressing. We'll see how that turns out. Also, Roby and Alontae Taylor, man, they both are playing well. I keep saying this. Somebody's going to be the odd man out, and it's very, very unfortunate. It is a tight battle right now. Gardner Johnson, he basically has that nickel, spot wrapped up, but Alontae Taylor and Bradley Roby, man, it's going to be a fight to hell probably all the way through the season, through camp, through the season, maybe even in the playoffs. It's going to be a fight for who's getting that cornerback 3 spot, cornerback 4 spot. So we'll, keep an eye on that, but both of those guys are playing well. Only thing I, have to say about the defense is the linebacker position. That may be just super, super thin. After Demario Davis, Pete Warner, who's coming from a groin injury, so you really don't know when he's going to be ready. He's practicing, so that's definitely a good sign. And Eric Wilson, after that, it's really no NFL experience. There's a lot of young guys, a lot of guys trying to prove themselves, make this team on special teams. So we'll definitely have to address that position. In my opinion, maybe bring in one more guy, Deion Jones from Atlanta. He's trying to get traded. The Falcons don't want him. We can see how that plays out. I doubt the Falcons trade in the division, so he'll have to get cut. But we'll see what that turns into. And that'll wrap up day 6 of, the training camp for the Saints, man. Day 7 here today. We'll see what's in store for us. And as always, this DaBoot Tragedies, and I'm out.